Thank you, Travis. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin with the story from Barbados. Barbados Saturday confirmed its first case of the monkeypox virus, with officials indicating that the island is fully prepared to handle the situation. Health and Wellness Minister Ian Edgell, in a statement, said that the case is a Barbadian in his 30s who visited the Winston Scott Polyclinic with symptoms of a progressive rash, body pains, and fever. He sought medical attention at the polyclinic within hours of his arrival in Barbados. The patient was seen and assessed based on a history of recent travel and clinical manifestations. The patient was swabbed and samples were sent to the Best to Do's Santos Public Health Laboratory for testing, where results revealed a positive case of monkeypox. Edgell said that the results of the locally done test were obtained within 24 hours as against days awaiting results when the tests were done by the Trinidad-based Caribbean Public Health Agency. The patient remains in isolation and is under the direct care and medical supervision of a medical officer of health. In the interest of the patient confidentiality, no personal details will be disclosed. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has commenced contact tracing as a responsible public health measure. Let me assure the public that the ministry is fully prepared to handle any cases of monkeypox in the nation, said Edgell. He did not disclose when the national returned to the island and where he had traveled to. Over to news from Jamaica. The police are reporting that a high-level probe is underway into the disappearance of social media influencer 24-year-old Donnelly Donaldson. Donaldson was reported missing last week, Wednesday. The police say the force's missing person protocol was immediately activated following the report. They say senior investigators from the St. Andrews Central Police Division, with the oversight of Criminal Investigation Branch HQ, along with members of the Communication Forensic and Cybercrime Division and Scenes of Crime investigators are involved in the probe. Further, the police say, consequent on reports that a serving member of the constabulary force was among the last persons known to have been with Donaldson. A senior gazetted officer from the St. Andrews Central Division has been assigned to lead the investigation. According to the police, investigators have been in contact with Donaldson's family members, assuring them of the seriousness with which the police is treating the probe. Now for the latest coming out of Suriname. Protests against the policies of the Santoki government are getting grim. At the office of the president, protesters tried to enter the grounds of the office of the president. They were stopped by presidential security. There is a huge crowd at both the office of the president and the Independence Square. The people are very heated. One chant, "Down with Chan." Dissatisfied citizens demand that the government inform the people about many things that are unclear. People are tired of all the scandals, from the receipt scam to the various positions held by the First Lady, among others. There is also dissatisfaction with the appointment policy whereby friends and family are given positions. People are also tired of promises not being kept. People are tired of the ever-rising prices of products in the shops, petrol, utility, and house rent. And now for our final story. The record pace at which Guyana is developing its oil and gas resources has been lauded by President and Chief Executive Officer of the Energy Chamber of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Dax Driver. And with the world's transition to cleaner renewable energy approaching, he's urging Guyana to market its resources as fast as it can to maximize benefits to the people. Appearing on the latest edition of the Transforming Guyana webinar, the Energy Chamber CEO pointed out that this was the best direction for Guyana, as delayed production could result in stranded assets. For countries like Guyana and Suriname, with these massive oil resources in place and some of them transitioning into reserves and some being produced, priority has to be to fast-track development of those resources. This is something which Guyana has done extremely well since its first discovery. It is a world leader in fast-tracking its discoveries, Dr. Driver pointed out. Guyana's Stabroek block operator ExxonMobil has already made over 30 significant finds totaling close to 11 billion barrels, and the country's oil and gas success will only get bigger and better. Exxon's CEO Darren Woods has said that by the end of the decade, production could increase to more than 1 million barrels per day. Production this year will be around 350,000 barrels per day. That has brought us to the end of tonight's regional news. Thank you for watching. Back to you, Travis.